Hi guys, I'm John Bro, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Here we are in the Key Cavern, and it's going to be full of keys, and it's going to be full of caverns, except not, because it is a cavern. What is this? That's a black hole dark matter cyclops thing pushing us away. It's a big bully, and it's using the Force. We are the Jedis, and this is a Sith Lord. I shall name it Darth Corneus. Right? Cornea? Cornea. Is that a part of the eye? I don't know, maybe I was thinking like Cornelius. It could be Cornelius, it's a fun name. Cornelius is a cool name. But it does not seem like a cool enough creature to be named Cornelius, so it is not going to be named Cornelius. It is going to be named Darth Cornea. What? Maybe it's Corniac. I don't know. I'm being stupid now. You got a small key, the first of many to come, clearly. Because this is the Key Cavern after all, what would you expect from a Key Cavern? And, oh goodness, goo ball in a box. I like that. I mean, I don't like most of this dungeon, but I do like the fact that there's an enemy in a treasure chest right there. Because, can you imagine that being in, like, an actual... Or not an actual Zelda game, that's not the right way to put it, but like a 3D Zelda game, like Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. That would be especially interesting, just to suddenly open a treasure chest and there's an enemy inside. And it would just go, da-na-na-na, you got a mini-boss! And then you just have this giant Stalfos boss battle, and just action-packed, thrilling action just immediately after you open the treasure chest. That'd be interesting. But yeah, for the most part I don't especially like this dungeon, because it is just full of keys, and it is full of not even really puzzles. There are a couple of puzzles here and there, but for the most part it's just like, kill all the enemies in the room, and then you proceed. Which is not especially fun at all. And you have to grind for bombs, too, for one specific part. And believe it or not, that's another part where you have to kill all the enemies in a room. What would you think of that? So, going through this door and this door, that's entirely pointless. You don't have to go through either of these doors, but I'm going to show off both of them just because I'm an idiot. No, I just want to show off the whole dungeon, because that seems appropriate. These are just like the trick doors. Like, if you go through either of these doors, it is like a punishment. And I hate these puffin things. These puffin things are like my least favorite enemy. I might change my mind through the course of this Let's Play, but these, I just don't like these guys. I've had so many problems with them. Because, basically, they are like puffins, and you can't kill them with a spin attack, you just have to keep jumping at them blindly as they shoot cogs at you from their mouths. When did they even get cogs in their mouth in the first place? They can't even get a date. And they're just so big and fat and beaky, they're like those birds in For the Birds that Pixar short. And their eyes are connected. They kind of look like they have beady eyes that are almost like glasses and goggles, but they're just connected eyes. And it's so weird looking. And they teleportate. I wish they would just teleportate back to the South Pole, where they belong, because they really arc-tick me off. Yeah, I've already recorded this a few times. This dungeon has been the death of me quite a few times, and that is why I already have plenty of insults for these creatures. These strange creatures of the underworld who have no wings. See, penguins are just flightless birds. They don't have no wings. But these guys, they don't have wings, so they just warp everywhere. Because they apparently have such powers. So that makes two creatures in this dungeon who have the powers of the Force. Although I don't think even the Force could teleport you to random places. That would make the world of Star Wars much more confusing, even than it already is, if people could just warp places. Yeah. Alright, so more goo balls and more stuff and more horrible puffins. I hate these puffins so much. They can just freeze to death. I don't even care. Whoa, wait, whoa, what? No, I wanted to go back to the, there's a key in that room, I'm pretty sure. Stupid gingerbread doors just destroyed me. Merry Christmas, also bomb attacks. Yeah, that was not meant to happen. Okay, well, going back through, I'll just get this treasure chest. You got a map. At last you got a map. And for some strange reason, there's one dot on that map that is gray instead of black. That's just something I noticed. Random details that you notice whenever you play a level through several times. So back to this room again. Stupid puffins, they knocked me into the gingerbread land. Maybe they live in the North Pole instead of the South Pole. Wouldn't that make sense? They're in cahoots with Santa Claus and his attempts at destroying children's minds and just, you know, stalking them and breaking into their houses like most Santa Clauses do. Or maybe he's mad at me because I look like an elf, and he wants the job. What? What am I even saying? I don't know. Important bit of information here. Check on that bomb crack wall thing, that crack in the wall right there. You want to keep that in mind because there's no crack on the wall on this side of the room. In this room over here, there's a thing over here, so definitely want to just keep that in your brain, and that's the entire reason that this little path here exists. I don't even remember what I was originally saying. But yeah. Long story short, I hate the puffins. They make me huff and puff. You got a piece of power, you can feel the energy flow. Yeah, that's great. You can feel the energy flowing through you. I feel lots of energy flowing through me right now. The most energetic person of all time. I already get the piece of power. See, I don't really call it the piece of power. I call it the piece of hour-long music material that just repeats forever, and it's very high-pitched, and it's a shrill noise. It just keeps going on and on and on, and it makes me very energetic. Anyways, I would keep that charade going, except this music really does last a very long time, so that would get boring. So, what else can we do around here? Well, really I just have to grind for bombs, so I might just speed this up.
Grinding for bombs. Grinding for bombs. Grinding for bombs is totally awesome. I like to grind for bombs. Do 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 do. Explosions are really fun. I like to break things with everyone. And they can just go boom and explode, and I just like to break them and do things and swabbity babbity boobity babbity boobity babbity. No. Okay, wait, let me see. 8 bombs, okay. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, I managed to get 13 bombs in that time period, and this music is still not done. Like, why is this music still not done? Maybe you have to kill a certain number of enemies with the sword or something to make it go away? I don't even know. But I'm going to use these bombs for, oh look, sudden mini-boss. And this is the weirdest design for a mini-boss ever. Not even talking about the enemy design, but the fact that you can, like, you can just leave this room at any time. Yeah, you just walk out. If you don't have enough bombs to beat this boss, you have to walk out and grind for more. It is a terrible design. Like, I don't know why they did that, but it's just weird. Like, why do they even bother having a door closed behind you if the whole point is just, you know, why? I just don't understand. Do you mind eating these explosive materials, please? Just I have it right in front of you. Just eat it. Okay, thank you. Yep. And they suddenly go obese every time they eat one of these bombs, which is quite fun. You'd expect them to lose weight if you have a bomb inside your body, rather than suddenly gain weight. I mean, maybe it's the logic of, oh, bombs are very heavy, so if they're inside of your body, then they make you gain weight. But if you have a bomb inside of your body, that would be the most effective form of bulimia ever. What? You've got the Pegasus Boots. If you hold down the button, you can dash. That's quite fantastic. Oh, I guess it's anorexia, not... Never mind. That is a terrible topic to discuss. So, we are now Pegasus booting ourselves in the face, and we can charge through giant crystal ice things, and it is a fun time. And this is the perfect way to charge into parties headfirst with a sword and kill everyone. This looks like a very conspicuous large arrow pointing in the ground. So let us bomb this wall. This is a bomb we can wall. Yes. And here's another bomb we can wall. Let's just wall that one too. Yeah. And I really do like the Pegasus Boots. These are probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite item in the game. This and the Rock's Feather, like my two favorite items in this entire game. Partly because you can use them together, as we will see in a matter of seconds. Let me just get one and get two. Holding B, press A, up, yep, we just rocketed over that gap, and it was fantastic and diddly squat mushroom cake. You got the Nightmares key! Now you can open the door, But it kind of reminds me of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, in that you can, you have to use more than one item at a time to get certain puzzles done. Because in Wind Waker and the Wind Temple, specifically, you had to use more than one item at a time. And I got a piece of power! That's great. That is definitely useful here, because we can get these guys out of our way by just knocking them with our piece of power, our powerful awesomeness. I mean, we need a piece of power to be powerful, because we are the weakest link. Also, this is where we use a bomb, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a bomb here. But yeah, like the Pegasus Boots, they pretty much are the cause of all of the puzzles in the game where you have to use more than one item. And it's, yeah, I just like it. Compass, stop talking to me. You're not supposed to talk. You're an inanimate object. I guess it is a rather optimistic object, though. It's always pointing up. Was that even supposed to be a joke? That was stupid. Okay, let's fight these guys again. These creepy guys with their fawful mouths, their fawful smiles. They look like pumpkin jack-o'-lantern things. They even have little stems on top of them. They also kind of remind me of the Super Mario Sunshine bombs. The ones that are weirdly hexagon or octagon shaped, and if you squirt them, they turn blue, and then you can pick them up and throw them at the giant gophers and the cannons. Gopher is one of the world's best words. I love the word gopher. 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 Yes. Chicken, tuna fish. Gopher, 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 gopher. So now that we've gone through all of that, and we hit that switch a long time ago, we can open this treasure chest, and you got 50 rupees. Very nice. That's not every day that you just suddenly get $50 just handed to you for no reason at all, just because you switched the switch around, and that's all you did. But that's not all we're gonna do. Oh no, our paycheck is only just beginning to fill up and bloat all of a sudden. Because in here, you got 200 rupees. You're ecstatic. I don't even mind that ecstatic is randomly capitalized, because that is totally my emotion with a capital E. It deserves to be capitalized. I am that ecstatic. So we're gonna go over here now and fight Darth Cornea, or Corniac, or Corneus, or Cornelius, or Corncob. Whatever his name is, he's dead now. He's blind, and you got a small key you can open a locked door. So many keys, so little time. Except I guess it has been 14 minutes and something like that, so it's kind of been a long time, but... Anyways... Where do I go now? Oh, yeah. Another thing... Oh, well, stupid pop puzzle. I keep forgetting. It did... Something about the using the items in this game. Not, like, so much using them. I'm fine with using the items. But something about, like, having to switch them out by pressing A or B in the menu. That just kind of... I don't know. That just confuses me for some reason. Ah, bombs. Finally, the music's done. That took, what, 900... Not light years. That's a form of distance measurement. Never mind. Millenniums, that's probably the thing I was thinking of. But I don't like this puzzle either. You have to go all the way over there and get that tiny little goo ball and kill him, and then you have to kill these two Stalfos, and then all of a sudden, you found a fragment of a stone slab. You do all that work for a completely, utterly, totally useless, pointless item that's just... that just, its whole purpose is to cause the Great Depression. Except not, because that was very greatly depressing, and more depressing than something in a Zelda game would be. Puffin! Puffin, lose some weight. Maybe you should be walking on this treadmill instead of me. Mario is supposed to be the fat one, though. And, Luigi in this game is still fat. I don't even know what I'm saying. So we have 4 keys now. That's quite fantastic. That is definitely a beneficial venture for us, or something of that nature. And now we can just go through and take these cube block things down, except they're not really cubes, because they... hello? What? Well, this looks like... Oh, what does this look like? It kind of looks like Abobo, in Abobo's Big Adventure, but without a nose. That's the first thing that comes to mind, anyway. But yeah, this is a thwomp sort of thing. More Mario enemies, who'd have guessed, and we just stomp him, and he suddenly turns into the... What is that guy's name? One of the Fantastic Four, the really big one. It's like... I can't remember his name, but he looks really rocky and stuff. That's what this guy looks like to me now. Except this guy looks way creepier. He has like a chubby face now, and he has a buck tooth like Larry the Cucumber or something. Whatever. He just looks very shocked, and it is just kind of disturbing. Boing! Oh no, 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 I'm about to die, I'm about to die. Careless jumping for the win. Ooh, this is a fun room. This is like Bowl in a China shop room. Except I actually heard that, ooh, you can just kill these guys by slamming into them? I did not know that. That would have been useful to know a long time ago, except not, because there were holes in the ground and other times when I tried to fight them. But yeah, apparently, due to some studies, or some studies went to show that if you do let a bowl loose in a china shop, and you just have it follow around a waving red cape or whatever, the color doesn't matter, but still, then apparently it just dodges everything that's in the store. It just dodges all the china and just goes for the cape. So it doesn't even matter if you let a bowl loose in a china shop. Everything is going to be perfectly safe and okay unless you are in the bowl's way. And that might sound like bull, but it's true, as far as I know. Neener, neener, you can't find me, nyeh, nyeh. Why do all of these guys have to sound like bullies / Wario or something? Like Wario in the Wario World pause screen? Nyeh, 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 nyeh. Best pause screen of all time. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to do that, and that happens. And then you do this and that, and this and the other thing, and that and this, and doo-da-boo-da-ba. And this stumped me for a while, because after you split this cell of a person long enough, this guy's worthy of being called Cornelius. I'm just gonna call him by that name. Yeah, he doesn't split any more than this for whatever reason, so you have to use the Pegasus Boots all of a sudden, because your sword wasn't strong enough all those other times, except it was. It's confusing and inconsistent, but it's a Zelda game. There's going to be inconsistencies here and there. And then you have to use the Rock's Feather to jump so that you don't get stunned by the shockwaves whenever it lands back on the ground. Kinda like, the third Bowser battle in Super Mario 64, that's what it reminds me of. Whenever Bowser does a shockwave, and then you just get stunned on the ground. Oh hey, it's a Jingle Bell Christmas time, hooray, yay, fun times, you got the Silly's Bell! That was perhaps the most underwhelming Christmas carol I've ever heard. If someone had that, you know, if someone, performed that in front of me on my doorstep, then I would probably just like slam a bunch of candy in their face. Except that would be Halloween, not. Oh, hello, Mr. Owl. Mr. Owl. Hoot, how many instruments have you gotten so far? I have gotten 3. Haven't you been watching me this whole time? I thought you have. You're definitely a stalker. When you play the instruments in front of the egg, the windfish will wake and you will leave this island. That's great, but how am I going to play 8 instruments at the same time? Have you ever thought about that? Now you must hasten to the Yarna Desert, where it's covered in yarn and you'll meet a lot of cats. The dark, monstrous inhabitants of the sand, in other words cats, will show you the way. Hoot hoot. Yeah, fly away, Mr. Owl. You really are a hoot. Haha! I bet he's in cahoots with someone. Never mind. So next time we will just go wherever he said we're gonna go. I don't even remember. See you guys then, and thank you very much for watching.